What's going on, everybody? Brandon here, back with another action figure review. Very exciting in front of us. Finally, the Fantastic Four figures are here. And this is it. This is all of them. I can't believe it. No basic figures, no kids line, only Legends. And miraculously, the Legends are out before the movie is out. Of course, hit and miss. I got mine from Walmart. You can get yours there now. Hit and miss with Amazon as well. GameStop was where I had my original pre-order, and then they delayed all the way to August. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. But these are available now. You can find them, 25 bucks a piece. I'm really excited for these, and I'm hoping they're going to be a lot of fun. Let's get into it. First up, taking a look at the Human Torch in Flame On mode. This guy looks fantastic. Very, very cool representation here. So happy to finally have Johnny Storm in the MCU. This guy looks so good. I love the 60s style deco and the packaging. Next up, Flame Off Human Torch. This one looks fantastic. I definitely like it a lot. Really cool that it's a different costume from Reed Richards, and overall just a really, really nice presentation for the character. If you're a Human Torch fan, you can get both versions, so that's pretty sweet. Next up, Invisible Woman, Susan Storm in her classic outfit. She looks fantastic. I hope we get another version of her at some point translucent, but man, that is wishful thinking. At least she comes with a couple of accessories, so that is nice. Overall, very nice representation for the character in the MCU. She looks fantastic. Next up, Mr. Fantastic. I can't believe it's Pedro Pascal. I'm excited to see what he does with the movie. This guy is everywhere. I mean, like, there's a lot of roles for Pedro Pascal, so it's pretty wild. I saw a movie recently where like Michael Keaton has like a whole bunch of clones of himself in order to get the tasks done, and I thought, man, I wonder if Pedro's doing the same thing. He's cranking out a lot of movies. Overall, presentation for the character looks great. I can't wait to see the accessories and how those arms work, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Next up, taking a look at Ben Grimm, the Thing. He looks so cool. I really like the design for him. It might be concept art. He's pretty much got the sweater on the whole time from what we see in the trailers. So definitely an interesting take. I think somebody is making custom sweaters for this Marvel Legends figure. So that's definitely an option if you want it. I like the more kind of classic look. So this is pretty cool for me. I'm excited to see how he is out of the packaging, especially next to the Mark Ruffalo Hulk. Let's see. Next up, taking a look at SilverSurfer. This was an interesting one because I was trying to find the rest of them on the Walmart site, and she was the only one who wasn't available. I ended up finding her at a local toy shop for $5 above retail. And it looks like a standard Marvel Legends buck, like the old one. So maybe that's how we're getting the extra accessory, the blast effect and the board. So very interesting. Overall, very nice presentation for the character. And here are the UPCs if you need them from left to right. Flame On Human Torch, Flame Off Human Torch, Invisible Woman, Mr. Fantastic, The Thing, and SilverSurfer. All right, you guys, we got our figures out of the packaging. Here they are side by side together. They actually look really cool. If you're looking for movie representation, these figures will definitely do the trick on your shelf. Definitely a lot that I learned just getting him out of the packaging. So we'll dive on in and explore each one of these figures. First up, taking a look at Human Torch, translucent and with quite a few accessories. This guy looks phenomenal. Probably my favorite out of the bunch, to be honest with you. I love the presentation of this character. I love the fire effects, and I really like the way the translucent shine and glare happens across the figure. Taking a better look at the Torch, here he is up close. He looks phenomenal. Very, very happy to have this figure. Really, really like the translucent use of plastic, the shine, the different colors for the fire. There's just a lot going on here, and the camera definitely doesn't do it justice. Like, if you're a Human Torch fan, this figure is sick. I really do like it a lot. Peg holes at the bottom of the feet, so that is nice. And then we do get some extra flame effects. We've got extra flame effects around the wrist, which I don't think they come off. You probably could do it if you remove, remove a hand, and then maybe that effect will come off. Maybe we can use it. Yeah, the effects come off. Oh, I think I lost something. I lost a little ring of some kind. But yeah, the blast effects do come off. So that's cool. There's Thing back there taking a nap. Yes, this blast effect also comes off. And we got a similar thing going on with the feet. Do these come off? I don't know, but they are a separate piece for sure. You could probably do it. Do I want to? Not really. No, I don't. I don't foresee a way that these come off unless you pry really hard, which I really don't want to do. I think it looks really good as is. I think I've already messed it up just twisting it around. So, yeah, definitely very interesting. So don't mind the DC flight stand, but that little orange circle, that is Human Torch's watch. That fell off his wrist when I took off his hand in the blast effect. So that is super cool. I can't believe they included that there. So that's awesome. That definitely gives me some ideas for like mixing and matching this figure with the other. For Human Torch's articulation, very interesting. We've got moving in the head side to side, of course, on a ball joint. He can kind of, yeah, he can look up pretty good. It's not hindered by the flame on his back, so that's good. And he can look down pretty good. He's got movement in his upper abdomen, so he's got a nice ab crunch and twist. So if you wanted to get him like in a flight pose, this would be like probably the best that you could do as far as like tilting him back and having him look up. So that's definitely something to consider. It's not terrible. I wish there was a little bit better range of motion, but I'm not going to complain. So very nice. We do get waist articulation on top of the ab crunch, so that's good. There's no butterfly joints in the elbows. I'm sorry, in the shoulders, which I'm kind of like displeased by a little bit. But the translucency definitely, I think, makes up for it on this figure. He does have double jointed elbows, and of course, everything is now pinless. He's got no cut at the glove. And then I did have the open hand on him. And so we've got full 360, and we've also got the bend in there as well. A little hindered by the flame, but that's okay. Legs come out pretty good. They go forward pretty good. They don't really go back. There's a cut at the hip. There's, of course, double jointed knees. Looks really good. And, of course, it's all seamless. Wonderful. I still have not been able to figure out how to get off these, but that's okay. There is articulation in the ankles, the pivot, the rocks, forward and back, and up and down. So that is very nice. All in all, pretty good articulation for our Human Torch. Really happy to have this guy. And he just looks awesome. He's going to look great on your shelf. Very, very happy to have this guy. Next up, taking a look at Johnny Storm. So flame off Human Torch. Very, very interesting design. Very, very happy that we got this figure. And I think it's going to be really cool to swap these parts out. Let's take a closer look. All right, so taking a closer look, here is Johnny Storm. I was trying to figure out this head sculpt and why does it look so familiar to me. So we know the actor playing him is Joseph Quinn. He's from Stranger Things. But, and Quiet Place. It kind of looks like Brandon Fraser a little bit. Tell me what you think in the comments down below, but I think this very much could look like a young Brandon Fraser. Very, very interesting. I knew something was like a little off, so that is, yeah. Anyway, taking a better look at the figure, you could definitely swap out the head for a comic book Johnny Storm head if you have one, or even a Peter Parker head or a Bagman head. So you could definitely do a few things here. So overall, though, does look very nice. Yeah, and I can't wait to swap out these parts. That's going to be so cool. So moving in the head, up and down, side to side. Arms come out. Again, no butterfly joints. Forward and back, full 360. Definitely kind of difficult with that range of motion for the shoulder. So be careful there. Double jointed for the elbows. So that's nice. I bet you his wristwatch comes off. Yeah, I'm sure it does when you take off this glove. So we could do that. And yes, the wristwatch does come off. And then we can put on one of these flame effects. Maybe try to put on one of the other hands. So that's cool. I tried looking between this hand and the Mr. Fantastic hands. It looks like the fisted hands for Johnny Storm on the inside are white. So that is really interesting. Why they elected to do that, I don't know. It looks like the inside of the gloves should be black, but his are white. Maybe that's just to make the distinction between the two sets of hands, between the two figures. I don't know. The flame effect does look nice, though. That's cool. Ab crunch is good. There's waist articulation as well. Legs come out pretty good. They go forward. They don't really go back. There's a cut at the hip. And of course, double jointed knees. And of course, everything's pinless. There's no boot cut. And there's movement in the foot, the ankle, rocks, pivots up and down and back and forth. So pretty good. Let me see if I can get that flame effect on the other side here. It looks pretty cool overall. Not bad. These flame effects are definitely like a completely different color and tone compared to the other flame effects that we've gotten for Human Torch on the other figure, but they are not bad at all. So overall, a really cool looking figure. Happy to have this guy. All right, I did some swaps and it actually looks pretty good. So I took the arm effects and I put them on the legs, and then basically I took these effects for the flame on Human Torch and I put them on here, and those look really good. Did the head swap, so you could definitely have some different options. I don't think the head swap looks too good on the flame on Human Torch, but I mean, it is what it is. It doesn't have to be, perfect. So there it is. You kind of see it. It almost kind of looks like it's just a little too big, the head for the body. And then I did swap the hand when he touches SilverSurfer's board, and then, we see that in the trailer. His flame effect turns off. So very, very interesting. Overall, really, really happy to have these guys. If you're a Human Torch fan, these are phenomenal figures. Next up, taking a look at Invisible Woman. She looks great. Very happy with this figure. She comes with an invisible effect. She comes with a fisted hand and an open hand. Those are the extras. Of course, she has her watch. She's got her one hand to put up her phasing effect. So pretty cool stuff overall. Really good likeness to what we've seen so far in the trailers. So it looks fantastic. Does it look like Vanessa Kirby? Yes. Yes, it does. I think so. Is the hair off maybe a little? Maybe. But overall, I think it does look like her. So that's pretty cool. Overall, very nice looking figure. Very good likeness to what we've seen in the film. Good representation. And overall, just a cool looking figure. Very happy to have this one. So she's got movement in her head, up and down. Hindered, of course, by her hair a little bit. She can look side to side. Her arms come out about that far. Forward and back, full 360. There's a bend at the bicep. And double jointed elbows, which is impressive. Very nice. And then we've got full articulation in the wrist, bend and twist. Of course, the watch is a separate piece, so we can check that out. Hand comes off pretty easily. And, the watch doesn't come off? Oh, no, it does. Watch does come off. We can put a different hand. The only other hand on this side is going to be the grab hand. So there's that. And what else? So the ab crunch is good. Twist. There's waist articulation. So nice. A lot of people have trouble with the belt and it breaking. Mine seems like it's pretty solid, so I'm not going to mess with it at all. Definitely don't want to break it. It looks like one solid piece. Is it sculpted separately? I believe so, but mine looks like it's in place really snug, so again, I don't want to mess with it. Good range of motion for the legs. There's a cut at the hip, so that's nice. And we've got double jointed knees. Very nice. Very smooth. We've got no boot cut. Movement in the ankles, of course, back and forth, side to side. Feels really good. It doesn't feel like, especially because, the plastic is just thinner basically everywhere compared to the male bucks. She feels really solid. It's a great, great looking figure. It doesn't feel like she's going to break or be flimsy at all. For the open hand, with the effect, there's a port right there. So we're going to use that port. We're going to use this effect. It looks like she can stop some bullets. So that's pretty cool. And we'll just put that like that. That actually looks pretty sick. I like that a lot. So, very cool. Yeah, very nice. Sweet. Overall, really cool looking figure. When she doesn't have the blast or invisible effect, I should say, in that hand, we can take this hand off. And then the only other hand here that we have is the fisted hand. Do I wish we would have gotten some translucency with this figure? Yes. Did it all go to Human Torch? Absolutely. But overall, still a very, very nice figure. I really hope we get another one at some point where she's either phasing or just completely translucent. That would be cool. Hey, another cool option with that effect, it does fit the peg hole in the foot. So you could use it like she's flying and she's got like something to stand on and fly. Sue does that from time to time. So that is pretty cool. So that's awesome. So definitely another cool option that you have if you wanted to use it. Of course, it's not perfect, but you could like finagle it, finesse it, and it could look pretty cool. Next, taking a look at Mr. Fantastic, Pedro Pascal. Very cool looking figure. Very excited to try on those arms. This is going to be very, very interesting. Overall, a really cool looking figure. Very excited for this one. All right, Mr. Fantastic. Here he is. Very interesting head sculpt. Does it look like Pedro? Yes, in certain lightings, if you like squint kind of, or like if you hold him just a little bit further back, like for sure, it really kind of looks like him. But up close, for some reason, I don't know why, it's like just like a little, I don't know. It looks pretty good on camera. In person, I don't know. For some reason, just a little off-putting, but overall, not too bad. So he's got movement in his head, up and down just a little bit, side to side. Of course, there's turning. And then the arms, let's see. They go out, yes, forward and back. There's a bend at the bicep tricep. Very nice. We've got double jointed elbows. Very good. And then we got no cut in the glove. We do have articulation in the wrist, so that's good. He does have his watch on this side, so that is nice. He's got an ab crunch. Oh, he can look down pretty good with that ab crunch. He can go back, not really, but he can go forward for sure. So very, very interesting. Waist articulation, yes. Legs come out pretty far. They go forward. They don't really go back. There's a cut at the hip. Double jointed knees. No boot cut, and of course for the ankles, rock back and forth and pivot side to side. So overall, a cool looking figure. Really excited to check out those arms. Overall, though, he does look pretty good. So yeah, very nice. Very cool figure. Let's see just how easy it is to get these arms off. Let's see. Oh, nice and easy. Very smooth. We'll put these on. The pegs are really thin, so I'm kind of like worried a little bit. Let's see. Hey, that's actually, wow, that is really cool. I really like that a lot. Holy smokes. Wow. Very cool. I don't think we've gotten arms like this before on a Mr. Fantastic. We've definitely gotten stretch arms and like fully plastic pieces, but these are fully bendable rubber arms, and they look really good. Wow, that's awesome. Why we haven't gotten this before, I have no idea. So we've got still pretty good articulation for the shoulders here that go in and out. I don't think there's any other articulation. No, there's not. But that's okay. These are great as is. He comes with another set of hands as well. He comes with two fisted hands. And then these fisted hands on the inside, they are black. So that's the difference between those and the Johnny Storm hands. Overall, really cool. Very happy to have this guy. That is pretty sweet. I almost had it. So I was taking this Mr. Fantastic and I was trying to use his lab coat on our new Mr. Fantastic. Unfortunately, the arm pegs just do not work. So that is a major bummer. Trying to give him that lab coat. So, and we even got these hands from the movie figure that fit on the coat hands or coat arms. So that is really cool, but unfortunately it just doesn't fit. So if you're a customizer and you want to go for that look, you could definitely do it. You could definitely thin out these pegs and it would work. I don't want to mess with mine and customize it permanently, but overall, you could do that if you can imagine it with me for a second. That could look pretty good. So, very nice. Overall, really cool looking figure. All right, next up, the Thing. Here he is. On camera, he actually surprisingly looks really, really good. In person, unfortunately, I feel like he's just a little bit too small. I'm still trying to understand, and I think I'm going to need to spend more time with this figure really to fully get it. But something about him just isn't right, and I'm not sure if it's like proportions or, like I said, he's just maybe too small overall. So we're going to explore this figure a little bit more. All right, taking an up close look at the Thing. The head sculpt is phenomenal. Looks fantastic. I really like the black or dark parts around the rocks in between, the pieces. That's cool. So, I mean, you could definitely do a black wash and get more out of it, but it does look pretty cool overall. Yeah, really nice. He picks up really nicely on camera, so he's going to be great for like action figure photography and all that kind of stuff for sure. I feel like his feet are a little small for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, so maybe that's something. And then the peg holes, unfortunately, under the feet for whatever reason. Maybe it's just mine, but they are not actually like drilled in. I'm going to have to go drill that in myself if I want to use those pegs because they are definitely not usable. I don't know why. Why would they do that? I don't know. There's a 4 symbol right there on the side of the pants, so that's cool. And here's the back side. The figure looks good overall. I mean, he's pinless, so that's great. I think one of the things for me probably is like no butterfly joint, so the arms are like stuck, kind of like sticking out a little bit, so we don't get that range of motion here. So that's kind of really a bummer. The ab crunch is really good though. I mean, he can go really far back, and then that's about it for forward. So overall, not too bad. It's a cool figure. I just, for some reason, something here is off-putting for me, but the articulation overall is pretty good. Again, like I said, it's pinless, so that's whoa. I've never seen the bicep tricep move like that before, but hey, that's cool. So very nice. You can move the whole arm too if you wanted. So very interesting. And of course, we've got, yeah, cool. Very nice articulation there. It looks good. We got his watch over here, which does come off. You could take it off if you wanted to. He's got 2 other hands. He's got this open hand, and then he's got this like clobbering hand. So that's cool. It's kind of like a grab hand. So very interesting. Very cool. He's got a waist cut. That is nice. Very cool. Maybe I take it back. Maybe the more I hang with this figure, the cooler it is. I don't know. I think he's going to be too short to stand next to the Hulk, unfortunately. Ooh, yeah. That's not good. Uh, the articulation in the ankle is really not good there. I don't want to mess with mine at all. So it should be able to move forward and back. Mine is not doing that, and I don't want to mess with it. I've broken toys on camera before. I really don't want to go buy another Fantastic Four thing, but overall, he does look good. So very happy to have this guy, and very happy to have him in the collection. And it'll be cool to see him on screen and to say it's clobbering time. Trying to get him to put the open hand and the fisted hand together like for clobbering time, and he can't do it. That is unfortunate. I mean, we get pretty close up there, but then it's like in his face. So, unfortunately, he can't do that. With the butterfly joints, though, for sure he could. Next up, SilverSurfer, played by Julia Garner. And the character's name is Shala Ball. Shala Ball is supposed to be the love interest of Norrin Radd. Norrin Radd is the usual SilverSurfer that we're used to seeing. So, really excited for this. Maybe this means that Norrin is somewhere else. Maybe he's been taken captive by Doctor Doom. Who knows? Maybe he's fighting on the Savage World. There's a lot of options and possibilities, so that's cool, and I can't wait to see when and if that character is going to pop up. This figure looks great. For reuse, I'm very excited. All right, so here she is. Very interesting figure. Wow. I love that metallic finish and shine. It looks really, really good. Here it is on the back side. Looks sweet. I'm really excited to see what they do with this character in the film. And excited to see if Norton Rad pops up. That would be awesome. So very, very cool. She looks like she's got a new head sculpt, maybe new feet, and one new odd looking hand. I don't know what this hand is supposed to be. Maybe she's like grabbing her board or something, and that's what that hand is for. Definitely a new hand, that's for sure. But this is basically like the comic book female Buck that we're used to getting for most Marvel Legends. Of course, though, now it is pinless, which is phenomenal. So that is really good. For the articulation, she's got movement in her head. She can look down super far. She cannot really look back because of her hair, side to side. Arms come out about that far, forward and back. There's a cut at the bicep, tricep. We've got double jointed elbows, so that's great. We've got 360 wrists, bend and twist, so that's good. We've got the ab crunch that goes not really too far back, forward pretty good. We've got no waist articulation. Legs come out only about that far. We've got forward, and they don't really go back. There's a cut at the hip. We've got double jointed knees. And then we've got, of course, articulation in the ankles. They go forward, they go back, and they rock side to side. Now we got to try to get her on her board and figure out this stuff. So the board looks super cool. I really like that a lot. I love the wear and tear and the damage. It's only got one peg, so I'm a little worried about that. And then we've got this blast effect that she, rides on, so that's cool. It's translucent kind of and see-through. Yeah, like totally clear on the other side. You can see my finger there. So very interesting. So I guess we just slide this in like this. Yep, and it stays in place. And that's it. So that's cool. And then let's see if we can get her in a cool pose. She does come with some other hands too. She comes with these open hands. Let's see if that works nicely. Honestly, I think I prefer that for sure. Like with the open hand, just kind of a nice, cool thing for the Cosmic Surfer, Herald of Galactus. Let's see. Okay, so not bad. And we'll do that like that. And like that, maybe. Hey, that's not too bad. That looks pretty cool. And I'm sure you could continue to finagle and finesse it to make it what you want. I definitely don't understand that hand and how that's going to work unless she's like going to hold her board and not ride it. Then maybe, I don't know. I'm really trying to understand that a little bit better. So like that, I guess. But even still, how are you going to, I'm not sure. I'm not figuring out what this hand is for. If you know what it is for or how it really works, but actually like has a function or purpose, please let me know in the comments below. Overall, very happy to have SilverSurfer to round out the team. Awesome figure. I think I was able to get her in a pretty cool pose on the board. Overall, it looks pretty nice, and it's a good looking figure. I wish there was another peg hole for the other foot on the board, but overall, it does look cool. It's going to present very nicely on your shelf. I think I'm liking that blast effect a lot more than I thought I was. It definitely adds a lot more depth to the figure, and it looks cool, like just being raised off the ground. So that is pretty sweet. Great figure. First up, for a Human Torch comparison, we got our new figures and our old ones. These guys look great together side by side. That's our Walgreens one right here. And then our new one, of course. And then over here is the retro card one. So together side by side, pretty sweet. Next, for Invisible Woman, we've got the Walgreens exclusive, of course, our new one, the retro card one right here, and then the Diamond Select one over here on the far right. Altogether, these guys look fantastic side by side. Sweet. Next, for Mr. Fantastic, we got our Walgreens exclusive with the long arms, our new one, and then, of course, our retro card one. The three Mr. Fantastic figures look great together side by side. Very happy to have these guys in the collection. Next up, for the Thing, we have our Walgreens exclusive over here on the left. We've got, of course, our new one in the middle, and then on the far right, that is our retro card one. So definitely interesting to see side by side how the new Thing compares. I feel like the old ones were definitely a step up, so I'm really hoping we get a redo at some point. Next, here is the Thing with a couple of Hulks. We have our Diamond Select Hulk from Endgame Infinity War. And then over on the right, that is our latest release, the Collect-to-Build-A-Figure or Collect and Connect from Hasbro. So very interesting. It'd be great to see these guys side by side at some point in the movies, in the MCU. But I hope Thing is not going to be that small. And next, here's our new figures, Mr. Fantastic, The Thing, and SilverSurfer with some MCU figures. I also got Herbie in there just for fun. So they look fantastic together side by side. It's great to see these characters fit in together so nicely. It looks great. And then I swap them out here. We got Human Torch, both of them, and Invisible Woman. They also look great side by side with some MCU figures. So very nice to see these guys together. And of course, with the competition, here they are with the new Superman movie figures by McFarlane, side by side with the all-new Fantastic Four First Step figures. These guys look great together. They are the heroes of summer 2025. All right, you guys, that about does it for this action figure review. Thank you so much for watching. Johnny Storm, Human Torch, SilverSurfer, Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, and The Thing. All $25 each for Marvel Legends Fantastic Four First Steps. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below if you're going to pick up or pass on these, what you're finding online and in your local areas. I'd love to hear from you. And as always, you guys, the comments, shares, subscriptions, all support on the channel has been absolutely phenomenal. Thank you, each and every one of you. As I find more new, cool, and awesome stuff, I'll be sure to bring it to you right here. Once again, I'm Brandon. Thanks for watching.